Welcome back. Today in part 2 of my introduction to Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands, we'll delve into the numbers and provide details on costs associated with visiting this paradise. This is Travel by Numbers. Hi, my name's Kevin and welcome back to Travel by Numbers. In my last video, I told you that Providenciales is not like other islands in the Caribbean. It's peaceful and quiet and a really great warm location to de-stress. But as calm as this island is, we need to talk about downtime. Provo has a 2-month period where visits to the island slow to a crawl. Many resort workers are sent home for the entire months of September and October each year. This gives them time to reconnect with family and friends, but also gives the resorts time to perform maintenance on the buildings and refresh the landscaping. Some restaurants are closed too, but this is a perfect time to enjoy the island at cheaper rates, and you'll have the beach almost all to yourself. The tourist season generally runs from November through May, so if you're considering purchasing a condo to enter into the rental market, or if you plan to live there, that's important to know. However, November and December is their winter, as I said in part 1 of this series, so it's very windy and the ocean is quite choppy. You may well find your water-based adventure canceled if conditions are too dangerous. Accommodation on the island varies from room rentals in private homes to villa rentals to condo rentals and all-inclusive resorts. If you're renting an off-beach condo, you may want to ensure the condo resort has a presence on the beach. Some do. This will guarantee that you have a chaise lounge, an umbrella to protect you from the sun, fresh towels, and cold water. Some resorts also offer beach drink service. Otherwise, for the more adventurous, there are Airbnb and VRBO options here that are sometimes less expensive than direct booked condo resorts. One of the best condo accommodation values on the island, in my opinion, is Villa Del Mar. Though prices do fluctuate throughout the year, we paid $1,800 US, tax included, for 7 nights for a 2-bedroom ground floor condo. Split 4 ways, this amounts to $450 each, plus your flight. In Canadian dollars, and with a direct flight out of Toronto at the highest possible rate, a week in Provo should cost around $1,500 Canadian per person, depending on the currency exchange rate, plus the cost of food. Yes, you can go to Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, or Cuba at a lower cost with food included, but this is a playground for the rich and famous, and again, voted the #1 beach in the world almost every year by TripAdvisor users and other organizations. We found food costs to average about $60 Canadian per day, based on eating breakfast at the condo, and then half and half lunch and dinner out at reasonably priced restaurants, or at home. I'm not affiliated with Villa Del Mar, by the way, or its owners, the Caitlin Group, but my partner and I, and the 6 American friends we travel with, have enjoyed staying at this boutique resort every year. In fact, we all met in the pool. It never disappoints and even includes a generous breakfast with cereal, bagels, cream cheese, peanut butter, juice, milk, coffee and tea, pastries, fruit, and more. The resort is not located right on Grace Bay, but that's okay. It's just a 1-minute walk across the service road. Beaches in Providenciales are public up to the grass line, so resorts located on the beach must provide beach access. In the case of Villa Del Mar, you'll be walking through the grounds of Grace Bay Club. Stop and notice the Anakonoa restaurant on this property too. Breakfast here starts at $30. Behind the restaurant is the world's longest infinity bar, You'll want to wind down after a day in the sun with a drink from this blue lit bar. There's often live music to entertain and many couches to fall into around the super wide gas fireplace. This area is spectacular at night. Once you reach the beach, turn left and head west towards Villa Del Mar's private beach area, where you'll find comfortable chaise loungers with umbrellas to shade you, plump towels and side tables, and cold water to keep you hydrated. Twin brothers tend to guest needs, one in the morning and the other in the afternoon, and drink service is available. The swimming area here is roped off, features a 100% sand bottom and no seaweed. I'll have more to say about Villa Del Mar in an upcoming video focused entirely on the Grace Bay area. All right then, let's get to the numbers. First, let's look at flight times. From Toronto Pearson International Airport to Providenciales, travel is as little as 3 hours and 13 minutes, depending on the jet stream. From Los Angeles, Providenciales is 8 hours away, as there are no direct flights. You'll have one stop at Miami International Airport. Other North American hubs to Providenciales include Charlotte, Atlanta, Newark, New York, Houston, Fort Lauderdale, and Toronto. If you're departing from London, you're looking at a 13-hour and 52-minute flight via JFK in the US. Alternative hubs for you are Miami, Boston, Philadelphia, Newark, and Toronto. And finally, from Atlanta, Provo is a direct flight, which will get you there in 2 hours and 52 minutes. Also important to note, Providenciales does not change their clocks for daylight savings time, so keep that in mind if you come from a country that changes its clocks twice a year. All right, time to talk about food prices. I'm going to present food costs as experienced at Graceway Gourmet IGA, walkable in 10 minutes from Villa Del Mar at Grace Bay. This is the closest supermarket to Grace Bay, and there's another slightly less expensive IGA on Leeward Highway. These prices are in American dollars. A very small box of cereal, $11. 6-pack of Miller Lite, $17. Wine, $14. Apples, $3 a pound. A medium frozen pepperoni pizza, $13. Coke or Pepsi per bottle, $2. 1 liter of milk is $1.60. A dozen eggs, $2.75. Bananas are $1.98 a kilogram. And domestic Turk's Head beer is $2.30 a bottle. So some of what I've just mentioned may sound fairly reasonable, but honestly, as you walk around the grocery store and examine pricing on things you normally buy at home, you'll be alarmed more often than not. There are, however, much less expensive places to do your food shopping, such as Quality, the Graceway IGA, or the Old Price Club, now under a new name and with new management. They're all on Leeward Highway. You can also try Kishko, kind of a one-stop shop for furniture, appliances, electronics, and more, but they also carry beer, wine, and spirits. Gasoline in Provo, as of late 2016, is $1.31 a liter. It's expensive, but you won't use very much of it if you rent a small vehicle. And if you're going to do that, I'd recommend Grace Bay Car Rentals, a family-run business that has been very good to us over the years. The last time, we had too much luggage and too many people to fit into our rental car, so they allowed us to leave the car at the condo, and they sent a van to take us all to the airport, gratis. This is a kind of personal service those big companies don't often offer. Taxis in Provo start at $5, and shared van transportation from the airport to Grace Bay is $16 per person. Providenciales is a premium destination for foodies, A high percentage of the restaurants on the island are stocked with world-class chefs. You are unlikely to have a bad meal, and restaurateurs who don't step up to the plate don't survive. Restaurant entrees at a low to mid-range dining establishment are in the $12 to $24 range. Dinner without alcohol at one of the various world-class restaurants like Coyaba will set you back just over $100 per person. And of course, you'll usually need reservations. Your best bet here is fresh seafood, and especially lobster during lobster season, or grouper, which is often used in fish and chip meals, unlike the cod, halibut, or whitefish used in restaurants here in Canada. And of course, you must try the local delicacy, conch, prepared fresh from the ocean to table at the Conch Shack, though most restaurants offer this delicious mollusk. In the episodes following this one, we'll be looking at other areas of Provo in more detail, including Grace Bay, Blue Hills, The Bight, Turtle Cove, Chalk Sound, Sappadilla Bay, and Long Bay. It only takes about 40 minutes to drive the entire length of Provo, and yet you'll find there's lots to explore, like the very old pirate rock inscriptions at Sappadilla Hill and Osprey Rock, faithfully recreated on a wall at the International Airport. In 6 years, I still haven't seen everything, but what I have seen, I'll share with you. So why not like and subscribe and join me as we explore Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, part by part, and enjoy future Travel by Numbers episodes. In June 2017, we'll be returning to Sitges and Barcelona, Spain for Pride celebrations, and I'll have, as it happens, footage for you. If you've never been to this part of Spain on the Mediterranean, you'll want to see these episodes and learn what draws people to this culturally rich European destination. There's so very much to see and do, and Barcelona never sleeps. In other upcoming shows, we'll explore Prague, Czech Republic, the Woodlands, Texas, Lake Placid, and other parts of the USA, Varadero, Santa Maria, Holguín, Cuernavaca, Havana, and Quincenachos, Cuba, Bavaro Beach, and Santo Domingo, the capital of Dominican Republic. We'll also see a place that stole my heart, Funchal, Madeira Island, and Ponta Delgada, Azores, Portugal. And we'll explore my home and one of the world's top cities in the world's second best country in which to live, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I also have some brand new travel gear arriving in the weeks ahead, and I'll be showing you what arrived a couple of weeks ago. It flies. Please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Travel by Numbers.